Hello there everybody, my name is Wayward, and this is a Let's Play of a scary game called Twilight Escape. I heard about it maybe a year ago through FimFiction, gave it a chance, thought it was a lot of fun. It's nice enough to give us a heads up for no small or large children. This part of the soundtrack I did not do. Though I do have to say it is pretty cool to hear the My Little Pony theme in a minor key. As an aside, I will be playing with Xpadder, which is a button mapper for control pads. It is quite handy for video games if anybody is interested.
It was many moons ago within a study shaded, amongst the stacks of tattered scrolls and books so old and faded. A unicorn named Twilight Sparkle read through dusty pages, in hopes of learning ancient secrets lost throughout the ages. But youthful curiosity did naught to serve her well, when pride and blind ambition tempted her to try one spell. She failed to spot the consequences ere it was too late, as darkness swept her from that study to an unknown fate.
I know it isn't, but that voice makes me think of Aska. The narration sounds a little bit unprofessional, but it's better than I could do. First level in these games is frequently a tutorial, and to be honest, I think that can weaken them sometimes.
So dark. What is this?
Yeah, it is pretty dark, isn't it? You risk taking the player out of the atmosphere to explain some things about the game to them, and that can slow things down in the beginning.
Hello? Is any pony there?
A note, I wonder if that's going to be important.
Looks like I wasn't the only one.
Dear Diary, I don't know what that spell did, but whatever it did, I passed out and woke up here. It's scary and dark, but I have my light spell, and I'm not going to get anywhere just sitting here. I think I hear something further inside. I hope it's friendly. Sunny Spiral. So we've established there's something in the catacombs. Gotta say, this game is pretty good at building a little tension. Xpadder, of course, makes all these buttons completely irrelevant. Twilight's teleport is really helpful, but it is very consuming of magic. There are also places it can't be used.
What's that crystal? I can't teleport across.
Exactly. Gotta admit the clip-clop sound is kinda cool. Alley-oop. I have to say the graphics in this game are pretty awesome.
The unicorn was lost within these darkened, lonely walls, enclosing rooms so dimly lit and dusty, barren halls. But some had been through here before, no doubt that it was true. This surely did imply there must have been a safe way through. So gathering her courage, Twilight cast aside her fear, and sought to see if further on some others may be near. But not much longer would it last until the truth was known, that no one else could help her now, as she was all alone.
Well, that set a desolate tone, if anything. Twilight plays around with magic and she's transported to a dungeon.
More darkness. I'd better watch my step.
Listening to Twilight speak, it sets off some protective instincts in me. She sounds a little like a teenage girl in this game, and well, she's supposed to. But I really want to keep her safe. Doing my best.
Alright, stay calm. There has to be a way out of here.
Another game to do that was The Last of Us. Watching Ellie get her throat torn out again and again and again was certainly quite unsettling, and I think that was the point. It seemed like a bad dream, and it increased your desire to keep her safe. That is pretty menacing. I like how this game kind of suggests that the deeper you go, the more screwed you are. This shows you the extent you can teleport, which is pretty cool. It's a shame they couldn't do that earlier in the game, but computer keyboard is not a video game controller.
As deeper in the dungeon depths the unicorn would go, her confidence would slowly fail, just as her fear would grow. The notes that Twilight found had served as voices from the past, but she knew not if they escaped, or how long they did last. Perhaps there was no true way out. The thought had struck her cold. What if this was to be her tomb, her story never told? But though no pony else remained, as if they'd all been taken, the silence stirred as deeper still, and evil would awaken.
It was about the third level I decided I really liked this game. I mean, the narration's not perfect, and Twilight's confined to a dungeon, but it's got good atmosphere. It's genuinely a little creepy. Like that hum, makes my skin crawl.
It won't open.
Dear Diary, I still can't find a way out of here. Worse, I keep hearing sounds in the distance. Movement and growls. Is some pony else here? I've got to keep going forward, but I'm so scared. It sounds as if it is right nearby. Whatever the sound is, I have to keep moving. Sunny Spiral. This level in particular, something happens that changes the game up a little bit, and some people like it, some people don't. I personally like it, and I'm not going to ruin it. I'll just react to it when it happens. But I thought it was kind of cool. Another reason I'm not talking too much is because I like this game's use of silence. That was the aforementioned change. There is something stalking Twilight. It's not clear what it is, but... There's something here. I can't even describe it. The thing has no real shape. We barely got away from it. Silver Eclipse, as always, is being the confident one, and it's helping me keep in good spirits. It's hard to believe she's younger than me, but less afraid than I am. I have to be brave, too. I have to be brave as Silver, Crescent Aurora. Yeah, a couple people have criticized this game for going in kind of a survivalish horror direction instead of the puzzle direction, but there were signs that it could go in that direction. I mean, there are hazards everywhere. If it wasn't a forest, it could be an animal. It makes sense since you're in kind of an oubliette where if ponies happen to get trapped in there, they're never heard from again. There's got to be something there that is gonna not be too friendly. It's kind of cool how Twilight can't really see, and it kind of takes a moment to find the keyhole. You gotta kind of align the key's position with it. It's kind of realistic. Well, as realistic as it can be, seeing how this game is about talking toy unicorns.
Twilight walked with trembling hooves as it became too clear that something dark and sinister was searching for her here. An ancient, formless shade it was that seemed to be alive. It moved with purpose and intent, with some yet unknown drive. With every step she realized that to survive this place, she'd have to step with caution lest she'd meet it face to face. The unicorn had no way out, no spell that might defend, and if the creature cornered her, it surely meant her end.
Well, that establishes everything pretty clearly. I like the way the lights are crystals. So, let me see here. This one's getting a little more elaborate. This is one I always had trouble with. And pretty straightforward. There we go.
Careful.
There we go. And good. And oh, Twilight's dead. Oh well. Let's pretend that didn't happen, huh? Okay, here we are, jumping sure-footed as a mountain goat. I can do it, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it.
Got it.
Woohoo. Usually if I make it past that point, the puzzles are usually not much harder after that. For this particular dungeon anyway. I like the way all the red is used in this room. Makes it very intimidating with all the drops. It's got certain death written all over it. Not that the halls are much better. Here comes the second part of the puzzle. And of course there's the horrible thing. I kind of like its design, it's a little mysterious. If you get close enough to figure out anything about it, it's going to be too late. The idea is you hide back here for a while and wait till the thing passes. I love this game's minimal soundtrack. I'm pretty sure I'm safe at this point, but I have to act fast. So far, so good. Oh, Twilight barely even saw that coming. Oh well, Twilight's dead. Again. Here looks like a good place to stop for now. I'll play her out with a sad song. Peace out.